here I was without a job. How could I realistically start a business? And I wasn't altogether certain that anybody outside of my practice would care what I was doing with a little blue bottle of spray. When I graduated and got my degree in neuromuscular therapy, I started to research essential oils that would not only sanitize, but calm and relax. And I have to give credit to my grandmother, who always turned to God's medicine, as she would call it, whenever we didn't feel well. My family came from Puerto Rico. My grandmother came here not knowing any English, not knowing anybody, and got a job working in a factory. And she was always a tower of strength for me. I was very sheltered. Naivete was my middle name. My first boyfriend wound up to be my first husband. I was only 19, and 2 years later, I had my son. There's been a lot of struggle financially, emotionally, and a lot of times I didn't know what was going to happen next. About 10 years ago, I wanted to create something healthy to sanitize. As a therapist, I had to create an environment of peace and calm. Shake it before you spray it. And I used the recipe of oils that I put together, the formulation. I would spray it in the room and on the bedding. I would adjust it on the basis of the feedback I got from my clients. That was a challenge. I didn't know how I was going to pay the rent. You know, my friends and clients have been asking me for years to provide them with my products, and I resisted. I felt that I didn't know anything about manufacturing. I didn't know what I needed to know about marketing and sales. Fear stops us constantly, and I had let it stop me for all those many years. People were in a panic. A little girl in my mother's hometown had passed away from the swine flu. My sister called me and said I needed to get down there. They couldn't import the sanitizer you needed to use to protect yourself quickly enough onto the island. I said, I'm not ready. She said she didn't care. I went down there, and the response was overwhelming, because this was my coming out party, so to speak. This is made entirely of essential oils. Lemongrass, tea tree, lavender. The philosophy and the culture was such on the island that they trusted what grew from the ground before what you could buy on a shelf. So just rub your hands together the way you would Purell or a product of that sort, soap and water. It was an impetus for me to move it further, to push it further. I got it into over a dozen stores in a matter of months. It really came to life there, appropriately in the town where my grandmother grew up and lived, and I felt it was a tribute to her. My grandmother always kept like an herb garden in containers on the fire escape. What I learned was that I could do this when I came back. So this is a sanitizer. It's an odor eliminator. It gave me the teeth that I needed to really get this launch properly here, so that when I got back, I went into every store the way I did there. Spray this on your pillow and on your sheets. I even spray it on my hair when I'm outside. I found a wealth of information on the internet about free workshops and seminars that helped me get a microloan, that helped me establish my corporation, that guided me through putting together a business plan. All of the fundamentals necessary to get a business together. I feel like a tween. I'm not quite in an infancy stage, and I'm not quite an adult. When volunteers from my family come to help, we're pumping out at least 300 to 400 bottles in a half a day. When I approach a manufacturing company to outsource production, unless I'm producing 10,000 units a month, they're not going to look at me. So this is the stage where I'm at. But by the same token, I know that I'm growing. Would you like to try a new product? I have such a passion for this. I look in the mirror, I see the potential that I possess. I'm seeing myself as who I truly am. And I feel myself getting emotional just saying that. And it wasn't until I had to literally walk through the fire where I discovered that I've got some metal behind me. And no matter how hot it gets, it will only make me stronger. Nothing's gonna stop me. Nothing.